Support for Short Stops is presented by the Caylum Trading Institute. Check out our website at www.cayluminstitute.com. On today's episode,
what do you predict will happen in 2019?
Okay, so every market this year is down 20 to 30%. So my bold prediction is that they will end 2019 back at all-time highs.
Really? Oh. That is a very bold prediction.
All of them?
All of them?
I don't know. I correct. Near the previous highs, but not.
Call it what you want, a game, an experiment, a gamble. But stock trading in the global financial markets to us is a business. Every day you're surrounded by the noise. Buy, sell, hold, buy more. And we're going to quiet it down and filter out the best trading strategies, tips, and stock picks. You want information on how to find your next bagger or home run? You'll find it right here on Short Stops.
Welcome everyone. This is it. We are ending the year with episode 30. And I know you guys are looking for Edmund, but don't worry, he is part of this podcast. Actually, for the first time, he will be one of the interviewees for Short Stops today. The reason why I say interviewees is because we're going to end this a little special for the year. We are going to do an ode to Miss Universe because congratulations to Catriona Gray. She has brought so much pride to the Philippines. We won. We're all Miss Universe. We all feel like it. Like we walked into the office the next day, strutting our stuff, doing our slow-mo walks. And we decided for this episode, we are going to do sort of like a competition or a contest with our coaches, staff, and friends from City Securities. So, are you guys ready? Oh my gosh.
Yes!
It's a total delay. They are obviously not ready, but it's okay because they don't have a choice. They're gonna finish this. They're not going home until they finish this. So these are the mechanics for the Mr. and Miss Caylum 2019 contest, all right? What we're gonna do is that we're gonna call them up here and then we will ask them to introduce themselves and we are gonna give them the exact same question. So everyone gets the same question, but they all obviously have to give different answers. They were prepared for this prior to joining the podcast, so the answers better be good. After this, we are going to take into account all their answers, and we'll tell you how we're going to pick our winner after all of them have given their responses. So, we're going to start with our contestant number 1. Please come up to the mic. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, do you guys recognize that beautiful Binondo accent? I'm sure you know who this is. Contestant number 1, please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. This is Leonard Chua. I'm age 31 from Binondo, Manila.
Okay, Leonard, what do you predict will happen in 2019?
My bold call is that a cure for chronic stroke will come about by the year.
That's a very bold prediction. Do you know why? Do you have a basis as to why?
So the field, the treatment will come by injecting stem cells to the brains, and a company in Japan is spearheading this. It's called Sanbio, ticker 4592. It went up 3 times this year, and they had their phase 2 trials finished. And I believe that next year the results will come out well, and it'll be a breakthrough for the medical community.
That's amazing. That's a beautiful, well-stated answer. I don't know how the other guys are going to top that, so I hope you guys are shaking. Thank you, Leonard. Okay. Up to the plate. He volunteered himself to be contestant number 2. So let's call him up, the legendary voice.
Hello.
Hindi to voice competition. Everyone knows who this guy is. Please state your name.
I'm Mark. I'm from Banawe. I have your side mirror in my house.
So my question to you, contestant number 2, what is your prediction for 2019?
For the Philippine market, I think the much maligned mining sector might see a little resurgence, maybe at the start of the year. Two reasons. Number one, 2018, it was beaten down by all the regulatory issues. And number two, the price of gold was pretty weak for the whole year. So last night, I think we saw gold break out of its reversal pattern, $1,267 per ounce. And secondly, the index is way oversold. I think it's down 21% for the year. So we might just see an oversold bounce. And thirdly, people love third liners. So hopefully we see some action there.
Nako! Lagot kayo. Sabi niya, hindi daw siya prepared, but so prepared. He was hustling all of you. Thank you so much, Mark. Okay. All right. We expect a lot from this guy. For our contestant number 3, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Charles Ang, 30 years old from Quezon City.
Wonderful. And so I have the same question for you. What is your prediction for 2019?
My prediction is that Bitcoin will reach $2,000.
Bakit ganun mo? May Bitcoin pa kayo? May Bitcoin ba? Sino may Bitcoin dito? Umamin.
Peso coin ba?
And what is your basis for this answer?
Well, in Caylum, right, we teach the FTSR framework, right? And one of my personal beliefs is that if the F is questionable, then you have to rely more on the other factors like sentiment and technicals. So primarily, what I'm trying to say is that for Bitcoin, I don't really know much about the fundamentals of it, but just basing it on the sentiment and the technicals. No, as everyone may know already, Bitcoin just recently broke down from the 6,000 support level, and I think all of those investors or players who bought at 6,000 are now stuck with their position. So I think this will really take a long time to unwind, and so I'm pessimistic about Bitcoin in the short term.
So what is your recommendation for those who have Bitcoin?
To pray. I don't know. To pray.
That is the head of research, Mr. Charles Ang of COL Financial. So these answers are really good. I don't know how the rest of the guys are gonna put up to them. So, okay, this person. Let me allow him to say hi first, because I'm sure you will know who this is the moment you hear his voice. Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hello
Everyone.
Could you please introduce yourself?
This is Tito Bray. I am old. from the home of the Marikina Shoe Masters.
Okay.
The shoe capital of the Philippines.
All right. Tell us, what do you predict will happen in 2019?
My bold prediction for 2019 is that oil will reach $30. Oil will reach $30. Percentage-wise.
50% down yun sa akin, ha?
50 ba sa'yo? Akin yan lang. Sige, gagawin ko 25. Okay.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Explain to us why.
I predict that oil will reach $25.
Uy, dapat...
Bumaba na ulit.
Ano? Wait, totoo pagpapalitan mo?
Hindi.
So,
Hindi, pwede na. Bahala ka na.
Produced by natural gas is 35.
35?
Oh, so you're going below cost of production for...
Yes. I predict that's a very bold prediction from me.
okay.
So, reasons why. Aside from the global slowdown in demand, I think there's a problem with the oil producers in globally. First and foremost, Saudi Arabia. They've been experiencing 6 years of continuous deficit. So they will be trying to balance that deficit with the use of, I think, with the use of crude oil. So what they will do is they will try to produce a record output in crude oil, and they would want crude oil to go to $80 for them to balance their budget. Now with that, with Saudi Arabia and with the newfound oil in USA, so both of them producing a lot next year, I think that will be bringing down price because of supply up to a point where price kills supply, which is at $25.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, Tito Bryce. Oh, there's a contention. There's a contention from our contestant number 5. Why don't you come up here? Why don't you come up here, sir?
It was in the news recently.
For everyone, what is your problem with contestant number 4's answer?
Nothing.
It's incorrect.
I just thought it wasn't original because it was in the news just yesterday.
Nanggaling pala sa kanya yung prediction.
Sorry. When we said bold predictions, information is still important. So let's give Tito Bry the benefit of the doubt. But apparently, our contestant number 5, you heard his voice. It's the Caylum cutie voice that we all know. So let us call to the mic. Contestant number 5, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Mark Jason Mariposa. I'm from Pasig City, 31 years old.
Okay. Mr. Mark Jason Mariposa, what do you predict will happen in 2019?
Okay, so every market this year is down 20 to 30%. So my bold prediction is that they will end 2019 back at all-time highs.
Really? That is a very bold prediction.
All of them.
All of them,
I know.
no.
I correct. Near the previous highs, but not. kasi this year down is so para bold up next year, diba? So my prediction is, it's gonna go back to the previous highs.
Okay.
So I think what's gonna catalyze this is that the Fed is going to be scared of the market downturn and it's gonna cut rates next year. So that's gonna squeeze everything up towards the end of the year. So my prediction is fourth quarter next year.
Okay, fourth quarter. So we will wait for it in the fourth quarter of 2019. This is a very, very bold prediction, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are going to be hoping that you're correct. So, thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let us call on now contestant number 6. She is the only rose among the thorns here. And we've known her for quite some time because we initially, actually, when we met her, she was still a student in UP Diliman. Is that correct?
Yes.
And now she is officially working with City Securities. Please introduce yourself.
So I think I'm a wild card contestant here. I was eating apple pie upstairs and then Tito Bry called me, so I went down to be a wild card. So I'm Sheena. I live across Tectite. And
Nako, baka hanapin ka.
I am 22 years old.
So, Sheena, what do you predict will happen in 2019?
I predict PSEI at 10,000. So that's like... So that's like a 30% upside from the current 7.5.
Okay, what
50%.
What grabe yung apple pie?
Apple pie.
Grabe pa sa'yo, Jason. Sa'yo, back to all-time highs. Ito, new high eh.
Okay, so what reason do you have behind this?
Okay, so on the sentiment side, I think everyone's really bearish already. So we're going to be contrarians here. And I think foreign funds are already out. There's not really much to sell anymore. So I think there's the upside. And then on the fundamentals, I think it's like Wall Street versus Main Street. The earnings, they're slowing down. But I think overall, the economy is okay. FDI is here. So I think it's going to be okay. On the technical side, we can be a bit imaginative here. Don't you think it's like a big W? The index looks like a big W. So it's going to go back to 9,000 and then 10,000. It's just confidence.
Yes, because every Miss Universe needs confidence.
Beautifully confident with a heart.
I think everyone hopes that the market is at 10,000 by the end of next year. Thank you so much. This is another person that you guys have met before. Let me call him up. And I believe that he is ready. He has been ready for a long time, ready to do this. Please say hello first.
Hi guys,
Ayun na. Introduce yourself.
my name is Zar Pacificador, representing Tandang Sora, Mindanao.
Zar, what is your prediction for 2019?
My prediction for 2019, it's not really, I don't think it's really a bold call. I think I'm just gonna make stock picks. So
Okay.
I think Mrs. G will reach 6 pesos. At least 6 pesos. Or even 7.
He's screaming into the mic, guys. To make sure na.
7.
This is Zar's educational way of hyping us up. So, okay, all right.
It's not really bold. I'm very confidently beautiful with the heart. It's because of 2 reasons. I think last year the main reason earnings declines because of the closure of its Metro Ayala Cebu stores. So that it accounted for 12% of sales and 30% of earnings. So this year they said it's gonna their supermarket's gonna open in December, and by the second quarter the department store is gonna open. So there's that. Then they're gonna open 10 new stores next year. That's 27% increase in GFA. So couple that with couple that with nothing. Because of those reasons, and including it's very cheap. Like it's trading at 2.2 times EV/EBITDA. So retail sector, I think the average is around 10 to 12. So if you do the math, like even 6 pesos is very cheap. So I think I'm very confident it's gonna reach 6 pesos by the end of FY19.
All right. That is with computation, guys. Take that into account, okay? Research. Zar's our head of research in Caylum, so he thought this very well through. We will see whether he is correct.
And I'd like to defend Tito Bray also. There's this saying that good artists copy and great artists steal.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. So I am contestant number 8, I think.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I am sober. First of all, I want to greet my fellow brothers and sisters from City Securities. Hi guys, represent. And I want to greet my wife. Hi Anna.
Oh my gosh.
Radio, kala ko radio station.
May request ka ba?
I request, yes.
Ano request mo?
Gusto ko Backstreet Boys. 90s eh. So, hi, I'm Chad. I'm 30. Turning 33.
What do you predict will happen in 2019, Chad?
Okay, I have 2 predictions actually. The first one is more of a formality.
Okay.
So the Ateneo Blue Eagles will sweep the UAAP next year. That includes your team, Sheena, the UP Maroons.
It's a call.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no.
No, it's a formality.
Oh
Okay.
gosh, you're gonna bring all the haters. I can see all the hating comments right now already. Okay, continue.
So that's the first one. The second one is I think that after this Christmas season, observing what's happening, I think that the next big hype is the online shopping and all the other related stocks in the Philippines. So that includes logistics and stuff. So everyone I know has used a online platform the past month, whether it's Honest Bee, Lazada, Zalora, or what have you. So right now it's mainstream, everyone knows about it, but there's no avenue for people to invest in it. So I think that next year there will be one that's going to go IPO or a spin-off from somewhere, but right now I think that the only one that is viable is Poppy. Which is owned by Ayala and has been diversifying and now is into real estate logistics. And as you guys probably don't know, Zalora is partly owned by AC, Ayala Corporation. So it only makes sense that they will use Poppy as their real estate logistics arm. So that's one thing. So I think that's a next big hype right there. So right now all the telco stocks are done. So people are looking for the next one to make baggers in. So I think that's the next big thing.
All right.
Go Ateneo!
Okay, so Chad, go get some sleep. Or drink a little bit more. May konti pa dyan. And of course, contestant number 9. Say hi.
Hi, everyone.
The guy that you have all been waiting for. He is our Catriona Gray of Caylum.
I wish I was that sexy, but... Hi, my name is Edmund Lee. I am 30 years old from Makati.
What is your prediction for 2019?
While I a little bit disagree with contestant number 8 on the telco, I think for 2019, it will be a year of the mobile payments and financial inclusion. And spearheading all of this, people might be talking about the third telco. I think people still forget that the number 1 is still Globe Telecom.
Right.
And so Alipay, if you guys didn't know, was last valued at $150 billion. Voyager was recently bought out for $140 for a 1/3 stake, I believe. Maybe. And Voyager was last bought for a certain stake at $130 million. And so the point is, going forward in 2019, I believe it will still be Globe spearheading and leading everyone else in this category. And without a doubt, please add me and my referral code.
He's very responsive on Facebook, so if you guys want the referral code of Edmund to register in GCash, let him know he's trying to win a couple of Christmas cards. Okay, thank you so much, Edmund. Okay. Just to give you guys a disclaimer, please remember, these are just the opinions of our guys. These are not official stock tips, okay? Not necessary. It's up to you what you choose to do with them. These are well-informed predictions, to be honest. But of course, some are a little bit more outrageous than the others. You can decide which ones you want to listen to, which ones you are actually going to heed or take action with, okay? Most of these guys have been on the podcast many times already, so I just want to give all of these guys a round of applause, especially to our official host, Mr. Edmund Lee. This is I'll tell you guys.
What's your prediction?
What's my prediction? I will lose weight by 2019. Hopefully by 30% also. Bold. Okay, I guess I will tell you guys, when we started this in the very first week of January 2018, we had no idea if this was going to last or what was going to happen or if people were going to appreciate it. So I think it's only correct that we thank each and every one of our listeners who have really stood by Shortstops for the last 30 episodes. So thank you guys so much. Everyone, say thank you to our listeners and our students, our alumni, this community. We really, the response has been incredible, truly. So we're not done.
Share.
ATN.
Food. May mga singit pa kayo eh. We just wanted to make sure this last one was really just because we wanted to have fun. So remember, these are the predictions of our guys. We will review this again in December of 2019. Whoever has a prediction that actually came true, so watch out for it. We will call back on the show and we will award them with a special prize.
2,000 pesos.
2,000.
iPhone.
$1,000.
Ay, libre lang to short stuff sa to, walang budget. Okay, so, alright guys, so thank you so much for spending the year with us, for spending this holiday with us. Just to summarize, we actually had our alumni gathering earlier this week. It was called Define the Odds, 4 Decades of Trading Success, with our special guest, Mr. Wilson C. of Wealth Securities, and of course, our very own chairman, Mr. Edward Lee. So thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you for coming. And we really appreciate all the support that Caylum has had. Guys, this was a banner year. We are talking about fully booked classes, fully booked seminars the whole year. It's amazing. So we hope this will continue all the way until next year and all the years after that. So Merry Christmas, guys!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! We'll see you and Happy New Year. Bye!